Welcome to the Entertainment, the channel with the most deceptive name in all of YouTube. Today we'll be seeing boxers who have been knocked out of the ring, and we will see Bernard Hopkins a couple of times on this list, but right now you're watching him being tossed around inside the ring. He has been wrestled to the ground or has fallen out of the ring 4 times. That's just insane. Is it his fighting style that causes this, or is it just bad luck? It just seems so improbable. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below, and also make sure to turn on those notifications. Let's get started. Back in 2010, Paul Williams was one of the most avoided boxers, and he was taking on Centron. The fight had started out fairly slow and only got to the 4th round before the wrestling started.
It's 2-1 Williams.
Now they're trading shots. What happened to Manuel?
And
now they both go out of the ring, and Centron has taken a horrific fall.
Paul Williams is a pretty tough fighter for his division, and I think that this contributed to them falling to the ground after they got tied up. He also took a swing at Centron while his foot got tripped up, which decided their fate, since his momentum swung him backwards and he pulled Centron with him. Centron might have exaggerated the fall with disastrous consequences though. He did get tripped, but he could just have gone down to his knees and crashed into the 2 bottom ropes. But instead he jumped through them like he was trying to get across a barbed wire fence. Centron was protesting that he wanted to keep fighting but didn't really make an attempt to get up, and with his complaining of knee pain and back pain, the authorities decided not to allow him to continue. The results were decided per the scorecards, and Williams won by a split decision. Bernard Hopkins' last fight occurred in 2016 against Joe Smith Jr., and they were fighting for Smith's WBC International Light Heavyweight title. The fight ended with Hopkins falling through the ropes and losing the fight by a technical knockout, which was the first time for Hopkins to lose this way officially. It all ended in the 8th round.
His last fight, and Rayfield suggested to Hopkins 2 possible opponents.
Big right hand.
He's out. Outrage.
Oh my gosh.
That's
no
crazy.
Smith.
Smith was up on 2 of the judges' scorecards, but obviously that's not how the fight was decided. Hopkins was knocked out of the ring by punches, although he complained that he got pushed out. But that is nowhere to be seen in the video. He got up at the count of 8 but failed to get back into the ring, so the ref continued counting and counted him out at 20. Hopkins did state that he could walk, but was not in enough good condition to continue. So either way, he was going to lose the fight. He just didn't know it at the time. This occurred in 2010 in a VIP boxing promotions event between Austin Hornsby and C Wright. Apparently, C Wright likes to fight by tying up quite a bit, and the one time he didn't, he went flying. C Wright almost turned his back to Hornsby while trying to get away, and then he got tripped up and there was no coming back. He did a full somersault through the ropes, even breaking one of the vertical supports. It was a pretty good maneuver since he put his hands down at the bottom and was not hurt at all. He got back up immediately and got in the ring, and only to lose by points in the end. But hey, he gets a perfect 10 from me. This is probably the most hilarious one on this list, and it just happened last year when Chaney met up with Joe Coddle in the heavyweight division.
Coddle in round 1. Coddle is wobbly. Is he gonna go down? Oh my goodness! Oh, and out of the ring goes Coddle.
I gotta say, getting knocked down is so weird, because Coddle just got caught by some crazy punches, but is so into the fight that even though his legs don't want to react, he is still looking back at his opponent ready to continue. Also, he was still able to put his hands down on the floor before he smashed his head into it and caused real damage. He got back up fairly quickly and got back into the ring, but his legs were still wobbly and then got caught by another punch, so the ref decided to step in and stop the fight in the 1st round.
Can Chaney finish? Oh, and his legs are still not there, and the referee has seen enough.
Now we have Albert Sosnowski facing off against Martin Rogan back in 2013. These guys are also in the heavyweight division, so them falling out of the ring makes things extra scary, not only for their own health, but also for the people sitting ringside.
Again, he's having some success with it, Sosnowski. Rogan spinning around, pulling out of the ring.
Luckily this time there was no one sitting on this side of the ring, which kind of sucked for Sosnowski. since there was no one there to brace his fall, so this guy just slams into the ground head first. This happened in the second round, and he was able to get back up and get back into the ring. But in the third round, he got stopped after getting repeatedly hurt by punches, but never actually went to the ground again.
Now we thought Rogan was feeling it a little bit. Shot again. And he's all over the place, and he's been stopped. He's stopped on his feet.
Rahman got knocked out so hard when he fought Oleg Maskiev that he first folded forward like a lawn chair, then he shot backwards right through the ropes in 1999.
One of the questions in some fights about Rahman has been his stamina.
Right hand puts Rahman on the floor right next to me.
He landed on the HBO reporter's table and right onto the ground. Then, if you see the video, the crowd starts going crazy and somebody throws a chair and lands right on referee Smoger's head. The fans started going crazy and a riot broke out in the arena. Rahman never got back into the ring by the count of 20, so he lost by knockout. And they reported that when he was falling to the ground, he pulled the CompuBox computer right onto him, causing more embarrassment. Jared Robinson was knocked out of the ring by Amir Imam in their 2014 contest in the 4th round. And keep an eye here because the boxer is not allowed to get help in getting back into the ring, and if they do, they lose the fight.
Well, the right hand of Imam is tremendous. Yeah, you called it perfectly, Barry. And look at that. I told you, everybody's oh, that's hard.
Robinson was out before he even hit the ropes, and was lucky that when he fell out of the ring, his head first hit his opponent's cutman's basket, which stopped his head from slamming onto the concrete floor. One of the guys in Imam's corner tried to help Robinson, but another guy immediately stopped him. He was able to get back up and get into the ring, but was really hurt, and you could see how wobbly he was while trying to climb those stairs. So when the ref saw him walking, he just called off the fight. What happens if your opponent's corner helps you get up? Let me know in the comments if you know. This fight actually ended up complete opposite to the ones we have seen. This happened in 2008 when Michael Katsidis was fighting against Joel Casamayor. There was a ton of wrestling in this fight, with Katsidis launching Casamayor across the ring at one point in the 7th round.
Knockdown. Let's check in with an unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman. Okay, Bob. 4 rounds to 2.
But before this happened in the 6th round, Casamayor got hurt and went to the ropes, but fell right through them.
Anyone champion. They've squandered whatever legitimacy they've had.
Luckily for Casamayor, there were tables right in the spot where he fell, so he never landed hard 3 feet down onto the concrete floor. He was able to recover and got back into the ring and tried to clinch to survive this round. Then in the 10th round, Casamayor turned the tables and knocked out Katsidis. So this is the first time that a person getting knocked out of the ring actually comes back to win the fight. Now we reach the craziest fight on this list, and it happened in 1991 between undefeated Riddick Bowe and Elijah Tillery. This fight only lasted 1 round after Tillery was hurt by a punch with 8 seconds left in the round and got up at the count of 6. The round was supposed to be over, but the ref allowed the fighters to continue for another 10 seconds.
Milliken, the referee, they go at it again. There were still several seconds to go. It seemed like a long round. There's the bell, and now some extra work. Oh, a little kickboxing by Elijah Tillery. Bowe won't stand for that. Rock Newman, the manager of Riddick Bowe, and a tag team comes in, and Elijah Tillery.
The ref finally stopped the round. Bowe threw a jab, and Tillery retaliated by throwing a kick, which got him immediately disqualified. In this case, Tillery didn't really fall through the ropes on his own or by being knocked out. Bowe's manager actually grabbed onto his neck and pulled him back over. Obviously, both corners were angry, so a slight melee started in the ring, and eventually Bowe was declared the winner. Here we have Mr. Through the Ropes Bernard Hopkins one more time, this time when he fought against Robert Allen for the first time. This time, it was a little different than the rest we have seen.
The southpaw stance. Allen got in a wicked left uppercut there and continues to hold it. Mills Lane trying to break Allen away from Hopkins, and he goes through the ropes and down to the ground.
Yes, you saw that right. The referee was deemed responsible for pushing Hopkins through the ropes, although Hopkins really played this push up and basically allowed himself to get pushed outside the ring. The fight was declared a no contest since Hopkins wasn't able to continue the fight because he got injured. For God's sakes, Hopkins didn't lose by a knockout until the final fight of his career, but somehow this referee is able to push him that hard where he flies through the ropes? Give me a break. I wonder if these boxers felt more embarrassment from getting knocked out of the ring or getting knocked out inside the ring. If you paid attention to those videos, the crowd goes crazy when the fighters fall out of the ring, so I think that that's more embarrassing. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.